Hello guys, welcome back. I'm not sure how long this one will be, but I have the inspiration that I should make it now when I am feeling lousy. My allergies, my fibro, my arthritis, and everything is kicking up all at once, and I'm getting my rear end beat. So, how you doing? I'm gonna talk about, I'm starting to put heathen in the titles now. I might not always do that, but it'll apply to heathenry, witchcraft, paganism, is a chronically ill person, and this won't be too long. Um, it's hard, right? Because you've got the bros and true out there, and you've got the health nuts out there. And I think the reason they don't want us to participate, and believe me, they will say you can't be a heathen if you're not perfectly healthy and don't have like this BMI and crap like that. Is that if it can happen to us and we're heathen, it can happen to them, and I think that scares them out of their mind. Um, there are people out there that teach the fantasy version of Wicca or witchcraft or paganism or heathenry. And in that fantasy land, everyone is hell and hearty. I'd hate to break it to you, dears, but we get just as lousy genetics as everyone else. We get just as many chronic illnesses as everyone else, and we die from all the same things everyone else does too. But there's this kind of persistent fantasy taught to you, and it's been written about Odin too, was why we had problems for years together, that if you only knew the right words and you only knew the right offering, no matter what you have, no matter how bad it is, it'll be cured. I could have built Asgard with the amount of prayers and offerings I did to get better, and yet here I sit. And, there was this book about no matter what this woman wanted, no matter how serious it was, she could just go to the old man and make a prayer, and he just gave her whatever she wanted. And in reflection, I think that may have been stretching the truth quite a bit. And I got, back here. And, people expect that to be the case. So therefore, if you're chronically ill heathen, you're not trying hard enough, you're not devoted enough to the gods. It's kind of that same toxic thing you get in Christianity where prosperity gospel. If you're prospering, you're making God happy. If you're suffering, if you're homeless, if you're poor, if you're dying of some disease, that's your fault. You made God mad. Too bad. That kind of creeps into heathenry, and it shouldn't. Some of us just have bad genetics. It's probably half the stuff I have is probably genetic. I know a lot of stuff I got from my mom. God knows what I got from my dad. So what do you do? Well, one thing I do is I design what light rituals I do to be done on my very worst days. And if I'm having an even worse day than that, which happens occasionally, I can barely get out of bed and sit upright, then don't do anything at all. But, lighting a tea candle and lighting a little stick of incense, sometimes that's it. That's the entire ritual. If I manage to feed myself, the gods can partake. But, that'll be it for the ritual, and that might not make some heathens happy, but, they've never felt like they're dead and they're literally dragging themselves out of bed. And, my vertigo's acting up too, so I'm like swaying around like this as I'm walking, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's no treatment for it. And people have suggested everything from drops and stuff, and nothing touches it. And the gods understand. The gods understand when you're chronically ill. They understand, like if I'm really, really, truly sleepy that day, I don't light candles. I don't light incense because it's a fire hazard. And if I fall asleep, there might go the house. Don't do anything when you're too tired. Especially if whatever you do involves blades or fire or something like that. Don't do anything when you're too tired. If you can't emotionally feel grateful today, just tell the gods, look, I know you love me, but I just can't do this today. They'll be fine with it. You're chronically ill. You're not a healthy person. Sometimes you do have to. There are times that you do have to go and do it anyways, and you'll kind of know those times. But there are definitely times where you have to say, not today. I can't do it. If the gods would rather not have the offering at all than have a bad offering or have you throwing stuff at them because you're sick and in pain and you just don't want to do it today. You don't have to suck it up or pretend not to be sick for other people. You don't. If you're having a really bad day and there's like a group of pagans or witches or heathens, meeting, just tell them, you're having a really bad day. You can't do it today. The gods understand. I don't know why. It's above my pay grade. I don't know why the gods let some people live with chronic illness and some people are healthy. Is it genetics? Do they let stuff like that play out? I don't know. But I do know it happens, and I do know it's not your fault any more than it's my fault. It's lousy genetics on my part. It's not anything you did. The gods didn't strike you ill to punish you. You're not a good enough heathen. The people that are saying stuff like that are just, they're the kind of people that they're healthy today. And, those are the kind of people that usually at the end of their life they get absolutely everything and then they're crying and they're wailing and saying how they've never been sick. Well, it's not magical protection, dude. And I'm not wishing that on anybody, by the way. If you've ever been chronically ill, you don't wish stuff like that on people. Well, sometimes. But, it'll be okay. I know that wasn't like the most cohesive thing and it wasn't too long, but I just wanted to put that out there because there's not too much about being heathen and having disabilities. If I can't walk that day, like if I'm staggering around and banging into things, that's not the day to decide that Freya needs me to dance for her. And, if my hands are shaking, if my essential tremors are really acting up, some days they're acting up so badly, I could make milkshakes just by holding a cup. That's not the day to do anything with flames usually, and to do something with incense or to do any kind of delicate work. The gods understand. And hey, if the gods want you to do more stuff, and get on that healing. And I got, yeah, back here. Believe me, guys, I've done enough healing rituals. The whole planet should be thriving and healthy. I've done enough. All the spillover from all those rituals should have cured everybody on this planet. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, sign from the gods, or the clock at least. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.